Hello and welcome to another episode of Battle Ready.
Ready?
Drake's back.
I am. Here I am.
And today we thought we'd talk about something that's been on my mind a little bit, and that is,
As of now.
what should we do with the Warcry warbands?
Hmm.
And I say this because Warcry is apparently dead.
Yep.
Now that I've said that, right, between
gotta come
now
back.
and when this comes on, they'll make some big announcement. Warcry's back and better than ever.
Yep.
So, all right, I get it. But at least as of the recording,
Warcry's pretty dead.
Warcry's pretty dead. There hasn't been anything released for Warcry in over a year. And there's been no even like talk about it, right? It's not like, oh, we haven't come out with anything for Warcry lately, but we've got that Warcry tournament to get everyone excited. Like, no, it's like
nothing,
right? So that leaves us, well, what about those warbands? Because some of those warbands, the models are pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool. But do they fit in with Age of Sigmar? So what do you think? So you have some people already have these models, right? Is it just throw them out time? Is it Beasts of Chaos time? Or is there something else that should be done?
I feel like it's time to let them set sail and leave.
All of them?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's a little harsher than I was going to say. That's a little harsher. So I think that many of them, perhaps not all, but I think many of them can simply be incorporated into armies. For example, I think the Chameleon Skinks, right?
Sure.
They went away, but we have the Warcry warband that's basically Chameleon Skinks.
Yeah, maybe when I say Warcry warband, I mean something that is a warband of a unit, like Chameleon Skinks or Yetis.
Yeah, the Gorgers, right? I think that's a perfect unit to bring over.
Yeah, that's fun. What I don't want is just like a warband of dudes running around.
Well, see, here's where we get, I think there's something sort of in the middle, is you get the Flesh Eater Courts warband.
Yep.
Or the Nurgle warband.
Yep.
Where it is just a bunch of dudes. And I guess my question would be, is there a place for them in AOS? Or would it be better if they just got out of here?
I feel like it would be better if they left because you don't really have a need to bring more than one.
For sure, that's true.
And they just, because their poses are so dynamic and they're meant for individual models, having them in group makes them all look weird.
Yeah, I could see that. So I think I would be a little bit more cautious. I think there are some warbands that definitely should just get out. A lot of, maybe not all, but a lot of the sort of first generation warbands, where they were all sort of various flavors of Slaves of Darkness.
Yep.
Iron Golems, Spire Tyrants. I think you could just I think those ones are just, they're gone.
The Spider Guys.
The Spider Guys, yeah. What are they called again? Spider Guys?
Lame Guys.
Spider Guys.
Lame Guys who no one cared about.
But I think you just get rid of all those. I'm sorry. If you really like those models, maybe you could use them for proxies or something, right?
I mean, the models do look good.
The models do look good, for sure. But I think there's just not really a place for them in AOS. But then for most of sort of the army-specific ones, like Nurgle or Flesh Eater or the Cities one, right? I think what you have to do is you sort of have to look at it and say, all right, does this army need this unit? And I think Nurgle's a great example of this. Because prior to the new Nurgle tome,
it was just Blight Kings for mortals.
It was just Blight Kings, and Nurgle didn't really have a very good chaff unit.
Yeah.
Right? Particularly on the mortal side. But even on the demon side, they had Plague Bearers.
Oh, Plague Bearers, yeah.
Which are fine in that role. I mean, they're not bad.
But then you have nothing to hit hard.
But you don't have anything that's just like, I'm just here to sit on an objective, or I'm just here to be in front and die.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm here for. You don't really have that, or you didn't. And so I think the Rotmeyer. The Rotmeyer Creed sort of filled that role. So it's like, okay, we don't have that unit, so we can use this army. But in the new book,
Rot Swords.
Rot Swords are way heavier guys than they're definitely not chaff.
Yeah.
But you know what it is. The Pestigors, definitely feel that way. And the Pox Bringers, the Pox Acolytes,
Not Pox Walkers, because that's 40k.
That's 40k. But there is a very weak mortal thing. Now that weak mortal thing comes from the board game.
Yep.
So maybe that's going to be gone by 5th edition, right? But there are at least 2 other units of lightly armored, low cost.
Probably.
They are low cost. Lowish wound models that have an ability. And that's what Rotmire are.
Yep.
Right? So now I'm looking at them thinking, okay, why not just get something that's more fleshed into the army? Why not just get some Pestigors and say, all right, Rotmire, you were cool. I liked your models. I really did like, especially the leader of the Rotmire crew. I think it's so cool. But
we don't need to anymore.
It's time to move along. And I think you could go army by army and you could say, all right,
what can we cut?
In this army, do we need a cheap chaffy unit? Right? Is it bringing something to the army that is otherwise really missing? And for some armies, like Nurgle now, I think the answer is probably no.
Yep.
You say, okay, well, they're out. And for some armies, you might say, you know what? For example, the Daughters of Cain one.
Oh yeah, they have one.
The Daughters of Cain one, right? Maybe they're not even a chaff unit. Maybe they're like a secret assassin, and so they can teleport. So they have a different role that nothing else in the army has.
Sure.
And it's like, okay, that one can stay in the army book.
Yeah.
Right? So I think you have to go army by army to make that determination. But I do think we should just sort of man up and cut out a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think in the same way that they said, all right, all of what chamber did they get rid of?
The Sacrosanct.
All the Sacrosanct chambers out. I think they should just get up and say, you know what? Warcry is not happening. We're putting all our eggs into Spearhead, which is great. I mean, I like Spearhead. And frankly, even though I like Warcry a lot, more than you, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Spearhead's really good.
It's really good.
Spearhead's really good. So it's hard for me to be like, to really want Warcry back, because even though Spearhead and Warcry, they're different.
Yeah.
Right? They're different games. They fit the same role.
As an intro to AOS.
Well, no, not even that, because I think Spearhead is way more an intro to AOS because the rules are way more similar than Warcry to AOS, right? But I mean, what about, I want a game with a smaller amount of models.
Yep.
So it's quicker to paint and get ready.
Yep.
But also plays in like an hour.
Yeah.
And, has a little bit more tactical decisions, so that if something goes my way or doesn't go my way, I'm not stuck playing a 3-hour game, watching my pieces slowly get killed because I missed the charge in round 1.
Yep.
Right? And I feel like, so if you want that, both Spearhead and Warcry fill that role.
And Spearhead's better.
I don't know if I would call Spearhead better, but it's not worse. I mean, it's not like, it would be one thing if I said, "Oh, but Warcry is so much better." Spearhead's okay, but Warcry is so much better. I don't feel that way.
Otherwise, Warcry would still be selling.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm not alone in not feeling that way. I feel like Spearhead's just, it's fun. It's good. It makes me not miss Warcry.
Yeah.
I mean, I painted up all that stupid terrain from Warcry.
We still use it.
Oh yeah, we still use those meat trees. And I painted up however many warbands we have. We probably have like 5 or 6 warbands. Right? It's like okay. It was fun while we played, and I enjoyed it, but I really like Spearhead.
Yeah,
really like Spearhead. So I think it's time to really take a hard look at all the warbands, tome by tome, and just say, you know what? Sorry, cities, your guys are out. Or like, it might be good in something like Chaos Wars.
Yeah.
What are they called? Hammers of Hashut? Something like that?
Disciples of Hashut.
No, it's not Disciples. Hellsmiths?
Something.
Whatever they are, the Hashut guys. Because right now, all their little dwarf guys are on the more elite side.
Yeah.
They're not, I mean, there's definitely variation.
Oh, they could use the horns of Hashut Spearhead.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, the Spearhead.
Yeah. Spearhead, Warband.
That's what I'm saying. So they might actually benefit from something that's just cheapy, it's just chaffy. Maybe it has a trick, but really it's just out there to like either sit on an objective or take a beating so that the other stuff can get in front, right? So there might be ones like that. I think there are going to be several like that where you think, okay, this one makes sense. Let's keep it in.
Yeah.
But I think there's so many that don't. And it's time to just Just recognize reality.
Yep.
Reality is Warcry's gone, except it'll be announced before this comes up, so this whole conversation will be worthless. But Warcry's gone, and so it's time to just move into something else. And you know what else I think? I think they need to stop putting them in spearheads.
Yes, for sure.
That it's ridiculous. Stop putting the Warcry warbands in spearheads.
Yep.
It seems to me, no, I don't work at Games Workshop, right?
Yep.
I'm not in the behind the scenes, but it certainly feels like
trying to get rid of them.
They're trying to get rid of them. They're like, oh shoot, we made all these Warcry warbands. Well, we know we're not doing Warcry anymore, but we don't want to like lose all this plastic that we made, right? So just start shoving it into spearheads so we can get rid of it that way, sell it off that way.
Yep.
No bad out. Yep. No, bad.
Just remelt
bad
the plastic.
X on that.
Just remelt the plastic.
I mean, that's expensive for them. That's why they don't want to do it. But I feel like spearheads should really focus on things that in third edition would have been called battle line.
Yep.
Right? That should be the small unit. You shouldn't have a Warcry warband. And if you want to keep them in the book as like an option, cool.
Yeah.
But I really feel like it shouldn't be part of the spearhead. The spearhead should really be more core, more core units, whatever that looks like for that particular army. Any other thoughts about Warcry warbands?
I think we got it.
How do you feel about Flesh Eaters having a Warcry warband in their spearhead?
I'm kind of sad. I would have preferred some little ghouls, but I mean, I have them.
Yeah.
They're there. They can sit on my shelf once I finish my Knights army.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is even if you get them, it's like, they're still cool models. I know you like painting, so they're still fun to paint for you. And so they're
so easy to paint.
They're still good. They're still good, right?
Yeah.
But I think for a lot of them, I would like to. I just don't think it should show up in any more spearheads. And then tome by tome, let's just see.
Yeah.
Somebody sit down and figure it out, because I think too often Games Workshop is a little bit too concerned that people are going to cry because their models get put out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not without justification, because if you put that much time and effort and emotional connection into your models, it hurts a little bit when you're told you can't use them anymore.
We have a box of Sacrosanct toys now.
Well, yeah, it happened to us, right? But I feel like, if there's a difference between the modeling, where you want to build these things and paint them and have cool looking models on your shelf, and the game, which is, you want that to be the best experience it can be. And sometimes that's going to mean a little bit of rotation, a little bit of time when old models go out, new models come in. But anyway, let us know in the comments below your thoughts. How do you feel about Warcry warbands? Do you think they should all stay and find purpose, with each one having unique rules? Do you think they should cut them all out like Drake does, or almost all?
Almost all.
Or something more in the middle? Let us know. I'd be interested to see what other people think about Warcry warbands, particularly since the Warcry game, even though I enjoyed it, dead. Does not appear to be living. All right, this has been another episode of Battle Ready. Thanks so much for watching.